What's up, guys? Welcome in. KegCast number 47. We murked the weekend. Picked up personally, I don't know, 30 units maybe. Destroyed the weekend. We picked up I don't know, 7 or 8 units on the show. I did not count the Tiger, even though I made the bet live on the show. 10-1 live at the Masters. I didn't count that. I did count the NASCAR win, though, because multiple people cashed. So I counted that. We got NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs, a full slate of MLB. Life is good. Life is good. So let's get into it. All right. Games already in action. We got the Cubs Mariners, first inning, no score. Mets and Phillies, first inning, no score. NHL, NBA playoff games. We have the Nets and the 76ers get after it tonight. 76ers minus 8.5. Total 224.5. 8 p.m. Eastern. And the nightcap, the Clippers Warriors line minus 13.5. Total 234. And there is a full slate of NHL hockey games going on. We have the Preds and the Stars. Stars minus 120, total is 5. And we have the Flames and the Avs. Flames minus 115, total is 6. I think there is already 2 hockey games going on, although for some reason they have not hit my live betting slate yet. They probably are off the board, but have not started yet. That's my only guess. I know Boston and Toronto goes tonight. And somebody else plays tonight. Not sure who. Let me check that. Washington and Carolina just underway. So there you go. Carolina minus 125, and the total was 6. So I think Larson will be on with us later on or at some point today. Had Go Gokster on yesterday. Eric, he got the job done for everybody. He killed it. I tailed that Vegas over 6, which flew over. It was a no-brainer. Oh, what's up, Timbo? Oh, glad we could help you out, buddy. Trying to get Ski on tonight. I'm sending Ski a message right now. See, I know he works a shit ton. So I reached out to him. We'll see what he says. Trying to get some wager talk guys on. I talked to Joe about it today. He said he's going to talk to them and get back to me. It was a really fun weekend, man. It was a really, really. Oh, Ski's on the SBR show right now. Maybe afterwards we can get. I don't watch that show. I have no desire. But trying to maybe we'll get him on afterwards. We'll see. Ant's going to be on. Jimmy the Bag reached out to Ant. So he is probably going to join Jimmy to talk MLB at some point in the coming weeks. So that's cool. Anytime we can get that Sports Keg name out there, that's a plus. And that's it, boys. I tail Twatty on 2 plays for a half unit, though, because I didn't check the spreadsheet till late, and I missed the best of the number. So that sucks. I don't think Amp bet anything today in MLB. I'm not sure. I didn't check. I know he said the card was complete dog shit, so I assume that means he probably didn't bet anything. MLB tonight, we have games that haven't started yet. We have the Cards and Brewers at 7:40. Brewers minus 136, total 9.5. Toronto and Minnesota. Minnesota minus 122 at home, total 8.5. We have the Rangers at home, small dog. Angels are minus 122, totals 10.5. The White Sox host the Royals. The Sox are minus 116 and 9.5. Dodgers in three nightcap games tonight. Dodgers and the Reds. Kershaw's first start of the year, I believe. Dodgers minus 186. Total is 7.5. Opened at 7. Seattle at home. Both teams minus 105 against Cleveland. Total is 7. And the Padres and the Rockies. Padres minus 170. Total 7.5. I spoke to Eric earlier today, and he's on Boston plus 105 tonight in the NHL. And he thought the Avs had a little value, but I think he said that the line was moving away from them. Not sure. I'm trying to Ghoster might come hang out with us again tonight, so we'll see what we could see. I sent an invite to Chris. Chris was on with us last night, hanging out for a while. Just typing something. So, yeah. Game of Thrones, it was all right. I expected a little more, but I'll take it. It's only the first week. There's been a church burning on cable news for the last 6 hours. Everybody's hitting me up telling me it's more than a church, which that may very well be the case. But, I mean, I don't think a cure for cancer would get 6 straight hours of news coverage. So I found out the CEO of William Hill had to approve that $80,000 bet on Tiger because the exposure was insane. And reports out of William Hill was they were sick. I did watch Did I watch Billions? Does a bear shit in the woods, James? Come on, man. Did I? Yeah, that's unfortunate about the church. No arguments here. But I mean, you know. Trig, we are live. What's going on, Trig? What's going on in the NBA tonight, Trig? What do you want? '76ers first half over 110. What's up? What's up, Gerardo? What's up, Armin, James, Timbo, Eric, Dale, Harrison, Destry? What's up, peoples? What's up, Gerardo? What's up? Oh, man. I made no bets on anything in the NBA. I was going to live bet it. So we got booted last night. I guess like 8 hours was long enough for YouTube. That kind of sucked. We got tennis, hockey. Yeah, all right. All right, we got no score in the Bruins game. No score in the Caps game. I bet I did take the Bruins plus 105 for a half unit. Did not bet the Hurricanes Caps game. And I figured I would live bet the NBA. I bet that Rockets first half minus 3.5. That cashed last night easily. Rockets absolutely ran away with that game. It was a slaughter, man. Teams were getting murked last night in the NBA. It's crazy. As soon as those games start, I'll let you guys know what I was on that I tailed Twatty on. My Mets got just pummeled last night. Sunday Night Baseball. Chris Davis hit another home run, huh? He went 0 for 1,000, and now he's Babe Ruth. I'm seeing props on Tiger. Will he win all 4 majors this year? I mean, come on, slow down. Slow down, sports books. We got another MMA card coming up this weekend. I don't know what the main event is, though. Let me check that. Oh, Alistair Overeem and Alexei Olenek. It's all right, I guess. Could be better. It's got to be in like Russia because everybody's got the last name Chev and Ovsky. It's got to be in like Russia or Poland somewhere. Shevchenko. Probably Russia. Which means terrible judges. So that sucks. Clippers, Warriors over 234. Trig's on that. Yeah, Boston got embarrassed, huh? On Patriot Day. I heard that. I heard that. Man, I mean, if you've been laying huge favorites this year with the Yankees or Boston so far, you've been getting murdered. Bernie Sanders, I see, is doing a town hall on Fox News. He went into the mouth of the lion. So, do the 76ers tie the series up tonight? Brooklyn up 1-0. I would assume the Clippers do not tie the series up in Golden State. The Warriors are just better. So the Rockets win by 32 last night. Bucks win by 36 last night. There was a murdering. Celtics beat the Pacers by 10. The Trailblazers Thunder game was the only close game we really had. It was a 5-point game. That line was in jeopardy, though, all night long.
Is akin to a writing assistant. It's our editor on site.
Tomorrow we got the Magic and the Raptors, Spurs, Nugs, and OKC, Portland. That's not bad. That's a good slate. So the only bet I really made today so far is the Bruins at plus 105. I gotta take some fucking aspirin. My mouth is fucking me up. This Boston-Toronto series is scrappy, huh? Yeah, so Billions was okay. It was okay. I think this is the worst season so far, though, James. Not going to lie. Yeah, the 76ers are a shit show right now. I was going to try to just get a better live line on it though. I mean, can Brooklyn win the game tonight? They're plus 310. That's a nice number. I'm going to just pray to God the Clippers can hang tight. And if that money line drops, I'm going to fucking J-size bet the fuck out of that line. So I don't know what the next major is. What's the next major? U.S. Open? PGA? That's got to be, what, 5 weeks away? Cubs up 3-0 early on the Marlins. What a shit show they are.
Boom, motherfucker. That's right.
Where are you joining me from? The fucking wilderness?
No, it's my backyard.
Oh.
You see, those of us who don't live in New Jersey have things called yards with trees.
Yeah, we don't see a lot of trees.
Grass.
This isn't really a tree state.
Yeah, every single house in my neighborhood has a tree in the front yard and a couple in the backyard. But, I don't know what I'm missing, living in Bumblefuck, Nebraska.
Yeah, fuck that place.
So, yeah, I have the Cubs over, so that's cool.
Cubs over? That's good.
Yeah, it was a hard card today. There was just nothing really of a value. And I took the Cubs over because I finally just decided, yeah, the Cubs will probably get like 6 runs here. So I just need Darvish to walk 6 people like he always does, and I can get the rest no problem from the Marlins. And eventually there was enough steam on that Reds line. Enough steam came in on the Reds to push the Dodgers into a value zone. So I wound up taking the Dodgers -1.
Yeah.
But, I mean, all my plays today were just hold my nose and take them plays. It was nothing that I thought was like a slam dunk play. It's a really tough card today. What are you on?
I am on right now. I'm on Boston. I'm sorry. I fucking hit a button by accident in the Google Hangouts. Do me a favor, Hank. Go back out and go back in. Because
I can hear you.
Talk for a minute right now.
Okay, I am talking.
All right, we're good. All right, guys in the chat, just let me know if you could see both of us when we alternate talking, because I hit a button by accident, but I think I fixed it. So you're on the Cubs, Cubs, and what else are you on? I know you said you hated the card.
Yeah, I did. I'm on the Cubs. I wound up taking half-unit positions on about 4 different games. I wound up taking the Dodgers -1 because enough steam came in on the Reds that pushed the Dodgers into the value zone. I mean, I did not like that opening line at all, but down and where I had to just kind of say, okay, fine, I'll take them on at least a -1 line.
What are you doing? Cooking in the backyard, grilling?
Yeah.
That's nice. I could appreciate that. How is, like, if you don't have like a stainless steel grill that could fit like 60 burgers. I don't even want to know you.
I mean, why would I have a grill that could fit 60 burgers when it's just two of us? But there we go.
Is it
Ribs,
stainless
burgers.
steel?
Stainless steel. I don't know.
Like,
some kind of metal. I've had it for years.
all right. I mean, I could accept that.
See?
Oh, what's on there, bro? That looks fucking tasty.
Oh, those are ribs, brat burgers, and hamburgers. And then in that foil is green beans.
Brat burgers?
Yeah, brat, like brats, but in a burger patty form instead of like, you never had brat burgers?
No, I've never had bratwurst either, though.
What the fuck is wrong with you New Jerseyans? It's like,
I mean,
not eat meat?
brat, is that German food?
Hey, look. See? This is also what's called a backyard.
I'm not a big German
backyard.
Food. I'm not a big worst anything. Liverwurst, bratwurst. I'm not a fan of any of that.
There's
shit.
my greenhouse at my neighbor's tree.
What do you got in there? You got plants in? You got like nice weed in there? What do you got in
there? We store plants in there. I also like keep my tiki torches in there over the winter. My patio umbrella and all that stuff. Yeah.
I mean,
I got it going on, buddy.
Must be nice to have a backyard, huh?
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. You're thinking about moving to Nebraska, aren't you? You can have all this for like pretty cheap. My mortgage is probably half of what your rent is.
Yeah, that's a fact. I guarantee you that's the case. Or not half, but at least less. At least less.
I guarantee you it's less. I guarantee it's probably half. It's under $1,000, I'll tell you that.
I pay $1,650 a month.
Oh, it's almost half.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
That fucking hurts my soul.
Yeah.
Sorry. See, now that does make me want to get the fuck out of here and move to Omaha. I'm not gonna lie.
You're paying $1,650 a month and you don't even have a backyard?
Yes.
Yeah, that's bullshit, dude.
Yes.
I'm sorry. That's rough.
I know, right, man? Next time I talk to my mom, I'm going to tell her, fuck you, Mom. We never had a backyard when I was a little kid, and I sure as fuck can't afford one now.
I mean, you could. You just need to move out of Jersey. I mean, that's the thing that's funny. Is like you guys on the coast always make fun of like Midwesterners, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, we spend 25%, if that, of our net income, not gross, our net income on our fucking mortgages and rents. And we can actually do things. And we get yards, It's like I see people like my brother lives up in
How many
Seattle
bedrooms?
area.
How many bedrooms do you have for 800?
4.
I have 2 bedrooms, bro.
4 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, and a fully furnished basement.
You own your house, right?
Yeah, I bought it.
That is. I mean,
cool.
That is.
If I rented, I could. I looked it up because I thought about like, I always just kind of curious because if I ever wanted to like buy another house because
Yeah, just rent that one out, definitely.
Yeah, the rental price on this house would be something like $1,600 or $1,400 to $1,600.
Oh, well, I'm renting right now. I can't afford a fucking house yet.
Yeah, I mean, people who say they rent because they can't afford a house don't understand how much cheaper it is to actually own a house. Really, what they're saying is I don't have the credit rating to get the mortgage.
That's true. I fucked myself when I was young and didn't know better. Ugh.
Yeah, because the actual owning of the house is cheaper than renting. Like I said, my mortgage is like $600 less than what my rental value on this house is.
Wow, that's good. So why aren't you doing that? Because you'd be basically bringing in another $150 a week worth of income automatically if you just got another house.
Because I would have to buy another house. You
would literally be almost paying for that. Somebody would be paying for you.
Jay,
I would need.
House. Yeah, but the problem is like I would need more income in order to get a loan approval for a second mortgage.
Oh, that's
how that works.
Yeah,
because that's how it works.
That's a good point.
I mean, especially if I wanted to purchase a house that would be an upgraded
the
house.
bank doesn't take into consideration that somebody else is paying that mortgage though by renting there.
No, because that's not income that I have yet.
Right.
That would be income later. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a maximum of like 35% of your gross, not your net, your gross income can be what your mortgage is. So if I added another, which is the reason why so many people get in trouble, because your gross income, your income before taxes. So when you come take home, they basically trying to give you a house that's 50%.
If I really wanted to, like if I really wanted to, I could probably have my parents help me co-sign, but I couldn't buy a house. Like I can get like I could probably buy like a 2-bedroom condo, and at that point, I wouldn't even want it. Like I would buy a house because I wanted a backyard. You know what I mean? Like not so I can go live in a fucking building that I just happen to own a little cube in that building. Like fuck that.
Well, what you can do is when you're just wait till you get really good at gambling. Maybe one day you'll be good at it, and you'll get your.
I mean, it pays the rent. It just doesn't. I just can't pay. I can't afford a house.
Get your shit up to like get your bankroll up to like 300 grand, and then just take
that would be
and buy a house
man.
outright.
I bet you I could do that if I moved into my fucking parents' basement.
No, just buy a house out in like the Midwest somewhere outright for like $200,000. 3,000 square feet.
Like Justin's building a house. Like, I mean, he probably does really well for himself between him and his wife anyway. But like, I mean, to build a house where I live, bro, forget it.
Yeah, I see the house Justin's building.
Just the plot, just like the land to buy a house is like 300.
Because you're living in an area where 40 million people live. 40 million people live in that tri-state area, dude. It's move to a place where not that many people are at, and the land is cheaper. Plus, you wind up hating humanity less because you're not around so much of it.
Yeah, but you know what living around here has made me do? Like, I just let so much shit roll off my back because it's almost impossible not to come in contact with at least 3 assholes per day if you leave your house. So, I mean, it's just so much easier. Like, I let shit roll now because you would kill somebody if you didn't living around here.
Is there anybody in the comments have any questions about the card tonight?
No, we're all just hanging out.
Okay.
I had yeah, you said because you were only on for like an hour early in the day. You were like, were you on for 7-8 hours last night? I was like, yeah, we were. It was like after you left, I had Max on, I had Chris on, I had Gogster, I had Gogster on. Like
Gogster? Who's that?
Mr. Gogster, 99.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
He came on, bro, and just spit just units, hockey units out into the ether. He killed it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one sport I cannot get a grasp on is hockey. Jesus.
He killed it. So I'm going to try to get him on to come on for a little while before the late games tonight. And Trig was killing it, obviously. NBA live betting. It was a fun show. It wasn't bad, you know. I didn't really feel like sitting here talking to myself, so.
Yeah, it would have been a lot funner if Shoffley would have gotten it done.
I thought I was going to at least see you pop up back again, but you fucking fell off the map.
I was, dude, the weather was beautiful, and it was a Sunday. What do you think I was doing?
Yeah, it wasn't that good here, like late afternoon.
I took my dog for a walk. I hung out in my backyard and drank wine and Googles all day. Watched Game of Thrones, which, you know, RMP, little Ned Umber.
Don't say anything, though, because people said don't bring up spoilers. I thought it could have been better when you're considering there's only 6 episodes left ever.
I'm sorry, but dude, they're getting to it. Like
Yeah.
for a first episode, it was definitely faster paced.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
And people saying don't bring up spoilers. Oh, come on, it's the most watched TV show of all time. If you didn't watch it
Well,
last night,
apparently
that's not
there's
my
people
goddamn
in our
problem.
chat that did not watch it last night. So don't
Well,
be
I'm
that
gonna
guy.
talk about
I
it.
said yesterday, because I was still on when Game of Thrones started, I said it's a lifetime ban if anybody in our chat says a word about that show. I said it's a lifetime
They
ban.
need to watch it then. They need to watch it. I mean, come on. It's late Monday. If you haven't seen the episode,
You know, people actually have fucking lives, bro, where maybe they didn't have an hour to sit in front of the television last night. Don't be that fucking guy. Don't be that
it
guy.
came on at like 9 o'clock at night. Like, what do you
Well,
mean?
you know, people
What
are
else is there to
fucking
watch?
busy doing other shit. Maybe they wanted to watch
Hold on.
you know, the NBA playoff game last night at 9:30. And we're like, "Oh, I'll get to it tonight."
Okay, do like a show of hands in the chat who watched it last night or doesn't care about spoilers.
Well, I'll tell you right now,
Adam
Adam said never seen a single episode of Game of Thrones, and
he doesn't care.
Probably doesn't care.
All right,
but there was already at least 2 people I saw that said no spoilers, because before you came on, I said I saw Game of Thrones. I thought the first episode could have been better, and as soon as I said that, there were numerous people that were like, "Don't be that guy, no spoilers." So,
oh come on, but it's talking about the Umbers really fucking a spoiler? Like nobody could see that one coming.
Corey said, "I finally can agree with Ant on something. You get 24 hours. After that, I don't feel bad about spoilers." First of all, the first half of that comment was better than the second.
Yeah, I'll just say
it's fantastic. Okay, I will. You never agree.
I won't talk about anything. I won't say anything else, but I'm just going to say, mentioning the Umbers getting overrun is not a fucking.
No, people probably don't even know who that is.
But it's the last hearth is the northernmost castle in Westeros. Like, what do you think the first castle the Night's King was going to hit was going to be? Oh yeah, right. The Umbers at the last hearth. So saying RMP, little dead Umber. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
if you
people
pay any attention to the show over the last 7 seasons.
No, it made absolutely no difference. Corey said, "Where's Ant right now? Milking his cows." See, Corey's from New Jersey. You see what I mean? Corey knows the deal. We don't. I know, Corey. We don't. You know, like, what are trees? What is that? What do you call that? Do I still have?
Ridiculous.
Do I still have Ant on a rant music? Do I?
No, this is what's called a backyard. This is where I'm at. I'm not milking any cows. I'm grilling. See, that's trees and bushes and grass, not brick and street.
Yeah, he's a real outdoorsman. My
neighbors are.
Corey means by outdoorsman, we mean somebody that, you know, sees trees. I mean, I give trees a bad rap. They're around here in New Jersey, but I mean, they're not enjoyable. What's up, E-Walps? Twatty, bro. I was all worried about you. Now you're back and you're healthy. Now the joke's over, bro. Now you should be on this fucking show. I don't want to hear it anymore. Your eyesight is back. You're not going blind. You should be on this goddamn show.
His eyesight was gone?
Yeah, bro. That sugar fucks you up, man. It could really fuck you up.
It was sugar?
Yeah, he cut the sugar out of his diet, and he's gold.
I mean, how much sugar was he drinking or eating?
Apparently a lot.
Well, they put sugar in everything.
We got no score still in this Boston Bruins game. That sucks.
We want the Bruins to win, don't we?
Yeah, I bet them tonight because Eric said he was on them, so I hopped on. No score in the Twins Blue Jays game. 2-0 Cardinals up on the Brewers in the second. No score in the Mets game. Mets got embarrassed last night.
I took the Cardinals and I took a position on the Phillies once the line got down to like -112.
Oh, so that's good. You're on the Cards. That's good. They're up 2-0.
Yeah, it just came down to. I mean, the line was at like +119. There was value there. You know, it's a coin flip game. Should be a pick 'em, and I got almost 19 cents of plus money on the Cardinals, so I took it. With the Mets, Phillies, the Phillies got down to about -112. That's about kind of there's small value there on the Phillies. I think the starting pitchers are a wash. Both of them are. I mean, Nola hasn't looked that great this year, but he's shown the ace. He was like number 2 on my. He was number 2 on my Cy Young list last year after DeGrom. So when you got like a couple of aces going against each other, they cancel each other out. So I just take the team with the. I mean, their bullpens also cancel each other out. Although I think the Phillies have a slightly better bullpen, so I just took the team with the better offense.
Swati said that he's eaten salad 73 straight meals and he wants to kill somebody. Corey said Ovechkin knocked some dude out cold with a right hook. I need a replay. I need a replay.
Why are they letting their star get into fights?
Yeah, I know. Isn't there usually some meathead that does that job?
Yeah.
I hope they show a replay of that. Well, how long ago did that happen? Yeah, man. The diabetes will just take your leg. That's amazingly, knock on wood, for how much of a chubby sucker I am. My sugar and my blood pressure is just rock solid somehow.
Well, twice you got diabetes?
No, but I mean, like, just, the scare. Gerardo said he's borderline pre-diabetic, and it scared his brother scared the shit out of him. And his brother's 49 years old, goes to the gym every day. Yeah, it's amazing that it just like people like that fitness guru that had a fucking heart attack. It doesn't matter. I mean, it just doesn't matter. It could happen to anyone. My grandmother smoked cigarettes every day of her life from the time she was 12 and never had to deal with anything. It just depends on your body. You're just putting yourself in the best position. So, I mean, going to the gym is not a bad thing. I don't see a link, Harrison.
Exercise is good for you. So. Oh boy, I can't wait to eat all this grilled food, backyard.
Grilled meat is just one of the just great inventions of man.
You grilled it. You said you never had a bratwurst. What the hell's the matter with you?
Not a fan.
Oh God.
Actually, I don't even know if I'm not a fan. I choose to think in my head that if I had it, I wouldn't be a fan, so I avoid it.
Well, if you ever came over and I was grilling, I'd give you some good old bratwurst. So, do you watch that Bernie town hall? I was watching that.
I saw a couple minutes of it, but the couple minutes that I saw, Bernie was just roasting the Fox hosts. I was laughing my balls off.
Yeah, he fucking eviscerated them. It was pretty funny. I mean, then they brought up the debt clock. Like, aren't you worried about the national debt clock if you do Medicare for all? And they showed a picture of that stupid debt clock, which, by the way, that's complete bullshit, by the way. The national debt doesn't actually matter. and neither does the deficit. But then he's like, but unlike the Republicans' tax cut plan, I actually have plans to pay for my Medicare for all. So
Oh, thanks,
it really
Eric.
wouldn't affect that national debt.
Eric sent me a link to the fight. Let's watch this fucking 18 seconds of greatness.
What fight are you talking about?
The Ovechkin fight. Apparently, he punches the dude and knocks him out cold.
Oh, really? Well, I'm going to get this food ready.
He had the hands in the air, like when your brain doesn't know, like your brain shuts off so fast that like the circuits are crossed and your brain still thinks it should have its hands in the air. I see it all the time in UFC fights. That's an epic type of knockout right there.
Cool. I'm gonna get this plate ready, and I'll be back on in several minutes in my room.
Buddy. All right. So we got Ant. Ant will be back. I sent a message out. Twatty, you're in the chat. I sent a message to Eric, see if he wanted to come on and hang out for a little bit, Goji, because we got too late. I think we have two more games in the NHL that haven't started. Yeah, 9:30 we got the Preds. 10 o'clock we have Calgary. So I don't know. He might not have seen it, but reach out. Russell Wilson's going to the Giants? That can't be. I know he has expressed that he wants to go to the Giants, but because he wants a contract, but Seattle could franchise him 2 years in a row before they have to deal with that. So I would be shocked if they don't franchise him or get to an agreement with him. I mean, shocked. Truly shocked if they traded him to the Giants. Donald Trump is about to award the Presidential Medal of Freedom to Tiger Woods. How about that? How about that? I think I deserve the Presidential Medal of Freedom for having to talk to Anthony for 4 hours every night. I think Donald Trump should have his people call my people. I've got people now. You deserve a Nobel for that. You know what, Steve? Well done. I do. I do. Good job by Steve. I guess I'm going to take Brooklyn. My only worry is that, like, if the 76ers get up 5 points, I mean, we'll be able to get Philly at, like, plus 10.5. You know what? I'm going to wait. I am going to bet them live, though, the Nets. Be good. Be good, E. Eric is one of the original Keg Warriors. Mets 2-0. That's what I like to see. Toronto's up 1-0. That sucks. That would be the third out of 4 NHL playoff bets I've made that have lost. If they lose this game, that would suck. Yeah. We got those New York Metropolitans up 2-0 right now. Man, it's so easy to make money live betting Major League Baseball if you have money to put out like a big nut with like massive leads in the 8th inning. Twatty, are you still in the chat, man? You want to come on and hang out or what? I am going to slam that Warriors money line tonight. If we could just get the Warriors off to a slow start. I slammed that Houston Rockets money line last night when it was like a 5-point game, and then they took off. So it was a good night last night. It was just a great weekend, wasn't it, man? We hit NASCAR on Saturday. I gave out that Tiger Woods live bet also this weekend when I got him at 10-1. We fucking nailed that. We broke even in the UFC. That sucks. But at least the Adesanya fight won. So I ended up making money on the night. Plus, I wanted that one to win because that was my breakdown on odds market. So we got that. Then Goji came on. He crushed the NHL for everybody. Trigger fucking destroyed NBA live betting yesterday. It was just a really, really good weekend. We did really well. Everybody killed it. What channel is the NBA game on? TNT? All right. Here we go. Let's slam this line. I hate the 76ers. I love Joel Embiid, but I hate the 76ers. I hope they get swept. Oh, Rob, man, you would have killed it with us this weekend. It was a good weekend. We did really well. Bruins scored. Let's go, boys. How did the Clippers fare against the Warriors in the regular season this year? Let's see. Let's see what we could see. Was it a bloodbath every game? They played, well, they got beat by 17 in the first game of the series. What's that first half line? I want to see how the Clippers were this year. They got beat by 27 in one of the last games of the regular season. So far, not well. They got beat by 18, 27, 17. I mean, they're getting murked by this team. Their best game was a 2-point loss in December, 2 days before Christmas. Is that what I'm seeing? Oh, no. Clippers beat them once by 5. Clippers beat them once by 5, lost to them once by 2, and then got murked 3 games. Let's look for first half ATS numbers this year in the NBA. I can't find that yet. Anybody? You guys have first half ATS numbers? Is the music too loud?
You're going to get another copyright strike.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of that show though, in particular though, we were all like talking about music, and people were throwing out requests. I wonder if they would.
Weird.
I wonder if they would have gone after us if it was just, in the background and the show was going on. And you have a site. I can't find first half ATS numbers for the season in NBA.
Like, I don't know. I've never tried looking that up.
For a switch hitter, it's always had much better power from the left side of the plate.
So the Mets are up 3-0. The Brewers are up 3-2, and the Angels coming out against Shelby Miller. They're up 3-0.
A couple of times, and that at bat, I think Kyle Schwarber in the lead. That was bigger than Kyle's.
Oh, well, this isn't quite that, but this is first half margins. On average this year, the Warriors have been up by 3.5 points at the half.
How is any of that relevant to the playoffs?
Well, I wanted to see what Golden State's first half against the spread numbers were this year.
I think Golden State should just crush them.
Well, they beat them by three times this year by 18 or more, and one time the Clippers won, and another time they lost by 2. But they've been pretty much, for the most part, getting destroyed by the Warriors. The Nets can't make wide open shots.
The Brew Crew got Hudson nervous right now. They got runners at the corners with 2 outs here. They need to get Mustafa, or they need to get Yelich out here, or this is going to be a really big inning. And he hits a 3-run homer. So the Brewers are pouring it on.
That's not good. I don't know. I give up.
What?
I can't find it. I'm not spending any more time on it.
The Phillies got Noah in trouble. Runners on second and third with nobody out. And Segura's at the plate.
Warriors are -8.5 in the first half. That's a lot.
That's a lot to lay.
That's a lot to lay. They opened 6. Wow, really? Is that
I would not bet that. What?
I got to check if that's accurate.
I'm looking at -8 in the first half and -13.5 full game.
Open -9 first half. You have 8.5. I might have 8.5 on another book.
No, I have 8.
You have 8. I mean, yeah, I have 8.5 on one. I'm gonna check the other.
That's sharp money coming in. The public isn't fading Golden State.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I have 8.5 both places. They're -600, bro. First half money line. Get the fuck out of here.
What's the full game money line?
FanDuel has -480. Actually, that's a big discount. Full game money line is 1,200.
The Warriors sweep is -130.
First quarter, I'm looking at 4.5. Warriors -4.5.
Yep, -122. There's nothing. Why didn't you just say it? There's nothing really worth betting on this game right now.
Yeah, I guess.
I know. I saw some people got on the under at 236, but now it's at 234. Let's just wait till live and live bet it if you're going to bet it. That game's just kind of.
Yeah, it's looking that way. Flipper took first quarter money line on the Clippers +250.
Jesus. Just hoping they get out to a slow start.
Yeah, I mean, they did get out to a slow start a lot of games this year.
Yeah, it's the playoffs now. I just think. Okay, we got Bryce Harper versus Noah Syndergaard. Is Harper going to hit a dinger or what?
Phillies are not Phillies. 76ers are up 20-15. Live line is 9.5. that's still only a point better than the pregame close. Still not enticing.
Whoa. Syndergaard's throwing gas. Just threw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball past Harper.
Yeah, he throws that a lot.
Got that ponytail still going.
Brewers are up 6-2.
Yeah.
In the third, Toronto scoreless in Minnesota. Angels and the Rangers. Angels
Harper's
up 1-0.
going to have a two. Harper's going to have a 2-run single here.
Oh, Angels up 3-0. I'm sorry.
Oh, that guy didn't. The guy from second didn't score. Are you kidding me? And Harper does wait at Syndergaard when he slid into second base. That was pretty funny. But how the hell that guy not score from second? All righty. Come on, Phillies. Rhys Hoskins is at the plate now. Let's see if we can get a dinger here. Get a 4-3 lead.
You took the Phillies and the Cardinals, huh?
Yeah. It happens. That Mariners train's over.
Yeah, they haven't looked good the last few days.
Oh, I mean, you knew that was coming back to earth.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think that's a playoff team, to be honest with you. But that little offensive run they had was fun while it lasted. But they still got a shitty bullpen, a shitty starting pitching staff, and shitty defense. So as soon as that lineup of theirs falls back down to earth, that team's, I mean, I think they've banked enough wins to where they'll be a 500 team. Also because I don't think the Angels or the Rangers are that good either. So, I mean, they'll win enough games against the Angels and Rangers. But when all's said and done, that's going to be like an 80 to 82 win team.
2-1 Maple Leafs.
Well, that's not good.
No, that sucks. It's only a half unit, but still.
Pretty well that plate appearance. Wailing ahead. Oh, he led off a second with a walk.
Let's get some runs in this Cubs game. They got 3 runs at the top of the third and then nothing. Or top of the first and then nothing. There we go. Marlins just hit a dinger. Now it's 3-2. What a wasted signing that was with you, Darvish. And Rhys Hoskins strikes out swinging. So now we got Realmuto, my last hope for this inning.
You were talking about soccer handicappers on Twitter, how they're all in the same play.
That's really out of nowhere for you to bring up. But yeah, that was in our chat. I mentioned that.
Yeah.
No, literally, like if you follow enough people on gambling Twitter, you'll start seeing that a lot of them will post soccer plays, and like literally everybody posts the same soccer plays. It's like, wow, why don't you guys, be original here? Like everybody was on PSG yesterday, minus 3/4 of a goal. Everybody's always on Bayern Munich, minus 1.5. Basically they all just take the power teams and then lay a goal and a half. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a really good way to make a lot of money betting soccer. And sure enough, most of them are probably losing. Who knows? I just thought that was an observation I made. I'm like, everybody's on the exact same plays all across gambling Twitter. Except for Nolly knows, because he actually plays like unders, and hardly anybody plays unders on soccer on gambling Twitter. Everyone's always like going for overs. Oh, by the way, there we go. Remoto just tied it up. 3-3 in the bottom of the third in the Phillies Mets game. But you never noticed that? Don't you follow anybody on gambling Twitter, or do you literally just?
I follow Alex. That's about it.
I'm not talking about Alex. I'm talking about everybody else on gambling Twitter who bets soccer. Because Alex plays a lot of both teams to score and over 2.5s and things like that. That a lot of other people aren't. I'm just saying I see a lot of the same plays over and over again.
Park is located in Miami. Drinks and cups.
It's like once one person tweets that they're on something, everybody else hops on it. See, the Red Sox lost again?
Yeah, man. Joe was talking about it. Joe was talking about us on the show, and I just happened to just keep watching it. And he was talking about how if you've taken the Red Sox and the Yankees this year so far at lines above minus 200, you have been absolutely destroyed.
Uh-huh. No, that's why so many people that I talk to are talking about how they've had a rough baseball year, because they keep betting the Yankees and the Red Sox or the Astros at minus 1.5. And I'm like, those are not spots to be laying run lines with them. It's people just see Yankees, Red Sox, or Astros, and they just automatic, or also Dodgers, and then just automatically want to bet run lines. So it's I just think it's goofy, I'll lay minus 200 with the Yankees if the situation calls for it, but I mean, why are people trying to lay minus 220 with the Yankees when you have Jay Happ starting? And anybody who fucking understands starting pitcher regression metrics knows that Jay Happ's in for a down year. You're laying minus 220 on with a starting pitcher who is going to be less than he's not a minus 220 pitcher. I mean, when Jay Happ was with the fucking Blue Jays, you're getting even money on him. But all of a sudden, just because he's got a Yankees jersey, all of a sudden he's a guy you need to lay 2-1 on. Get the fuck out of here. Jay Happ's been a slightly above average lefty starter for a decade. He didn't put on a Yankees jersey and become an ace. I mean, he's a perfectly good starting pitcher to have, but he's not fucking Jacob deGrom.
Yeah.
He's not Chris Sale. So, that. Yeah, I also know a lot of people got killed betting the Red Sox during that series in Oakland And, you know, I was just kind of like out on my own island all by myself, letting everyone know that Oakland does not lose series to East Coast teams at home. And everyone's still like, derp, derp, Red Sox run line, derpy, derp, Red Sox run line, doo. And what happened? I mean, the fucking Oakland won 3 out of 4. And I'm like, I told you guys, the Oakland A's are not losing a home series against an East Coast team. They never do. That ballpark is a dump. No one wants to be there. And the A's are also kind of good. I mean, it's not like the A's suck or anything. So you should just be blindly betting the Red Sox run lines against the A's in the Coliseum as if the A's are, you know, some bottom feeder like the Orioles or the Marlins are supposed to be. I mean, the A's are a team that should at least be 500, maybe even a playoff team. So,
I saw Ski was on the under 234 in the Warriors game.
I thought he tweeted at 236.
No.
Oh, he got at 234?
Yeah, and the line's 234 right now, so I am going to tail that. He said he would come on tonight and talk about the game, but he wasn't feeling that well. And I was like, no pressure, bro. I said, if you can come on tomorrow and hang out with us for a bit, that would be awesome. I said, but don't worry about tonight. When I don't feel good, I don't want to be bothered.
Somers in the air, well hit. Brinson to the warning track. A leap and a grab.
Mm-hmm. Damn, the Marlins outfield just made a great play. That sucks. But I did take the Indians series against the Mariners, but I took it up minus 105, and I think that might have been juiced up a bit now. Let me see here. Yeah, you got to lay minus 125 on the Indians now to win that series. I'd lay off of it now, but I got it at minus 105, which shows that apparently the rest of the market agreed with me, so that's kind of cool. At least I beat the move. All right, the Cubs got a double here. Let's see some runs. Chris Bryant with a double with 1 out, so let's get some more runs in this Cubs game. So what do you think of that cathedral burning down, man? That's some bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. You know?
Oh, so you're not going to say anything ignorant like you tweeted out?
Oh, no. What I said wasn't ignorant. What I said was a fact.
I think it's pretty fucking ignorant, but
I mean, what I said was literally a fact. And I did not make – see, this is the problem with people on social media. I made no opinion or bias on what happened. My exact tweet was, there has been a church burning to the ground on every cable news network for the last 6 hours. That is a fact. I did not say what I thought about that church burning down. I did not say anything. I stated a fact that it was on every cable news network for the last 6 hours. And people take it however they want to take it, and they put their shitty baggage on me because they feel a certain way about it. What I said was a fact, period.
You tweeting it, though, kind of gave the tone that you didn't think it was newsworthy or that anyone should care that the 1,000-year-old cathedral in Paris is burning to the ground.
I mean, it's unfortunate. Like, I wouldn't expect anybody to get up and do a jig and do a dance that it was happening. You know what I mean? It's sad.
These green beans are really good.
Crispy green beans are delicious. It's those soggy green beans that suck.
See, that's the problem. Some people over grill their green beans and they wind up soggy.
Yes.
The thing is, you got to cook them just enough to where they're cooked, but they still got a little crunch to them, a little snap. Of course, that snap's probably happening right over my microphone, so everyone can probably hear me chewing like crazy. But
Tyler hit the first quarter, 76ers minus 3.5. That's good. Congratulations, bud.
Some launch angle, just couldn't keep it fair. Almost did it over the pole, but it was foul. First pitch for his base hit. That first time up.
The Hurricanes are up 2-0 on the Caps. That's pretty good because I think I took the Hurricanes to win that series. So I need them to get back into it.
Asparagus is my favorite green vegetable.
You don't look like an asparagus guy to me.
Oh, I'm a huge asparagus guy.
Although, to be honest, you don't look like a vegetable guy in general to me. But
don't see why you got to make fat jokes.
That wasn't a fat joke. That's just I've seen you eat on this show, and it's usually Five Guys.
Don't make fat jokes.
Was that a fat joke?
Like, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of green vegetables. Even I could do without broccoli. I could even do without green beans, to be honest, especially peas. But asparagus is just.
Oh, I don't like peas.
It's on another level, man. Asparagus is no joke.
Asparagus is good.
Another goal by the Maple Leafs. Well, I mean, that fucking blows.
Exactly. That blows. Hey, you think we're going to get a nice plus price on Columbus to close out tomorrow? All right.
I'm not sure. And Ski said he should be able to hang out.
Yes.
All right, listen for a second.
What?
Ski said
Dude,
he
I'm
should
watching
be able.
him play.
I gotta go call my ex-wife, bro, because something could be wrong with my daughter. But I'm gonna send the link. Ski said that he's going to join now for a few minutes to talk about tonight's game and join us tomorrow. So just talk to Ski while I send this invite, and I'll be back as soon as I can.
All right. So what I was cheering about right there, guys, was Javier Baez just hit a bloop single that turned into a bloop double that then turned into an error where he got all the way to third because the Marlins LOL fielding. And in that process, it also scored a run. So now we are at 4-2. So my Cubs got a lead, and we got another run because I had the over. So I would like as many runs as possible in this game. Well, at least 9. That'll give me a win. We'll see. Flipper 13. What do I think of Peter Loshak on the show? I wouldn't mind talking to Loshak. He's a cool guy. What do I think of the Indians tonight? Let me go double check those numbers. I had the Indian series price at minus 105, so I thought there was value there. I'm looking at the problem is I lean Indians first 5, but now it's minus 120. I was hoping to get at minus 110. I mean, that 10 cents makes a difference. I actually lean first 5 under, but it's at minus 120 also on the juice. It's under 4. I mean, if you're comfortable laying minus 120 on a total, that's where I would lean with that game is the first 5 under. I don't really trust the Indians offense that much right now. And Bauer is a bona fide ace. So I think Bauer can shut down the Mariners offense enough. The Mariners offense is obviously not going to be hitting at that pace all year. And it looks like they've started coming back to the mean with the last several games. I mean, they've looked pretty much lost in those last several games against the Astros. So when you start going up against very good starting pitching, that'll cool an offense down pretty quickly. I mean, let's remember, like the last 4 games of that monster streak they were on was against Royals pitching. So is it really a big surprise that the Astros pitching was able to do a little bit better? So those are my leans in this game, but I'm not betting any of them because I'm just not getting the price that I want. But I did take them on the series at minus 105. But now that the series price I'm looking at is minus 125, I wouldn't take that either because that's just a little bit too expensive. So that's where I'm at with the Indians Mariners right now. I lean the under runs in the first 5 and the Indians' first 5 money line, but both of them are a little bit more expensive than I want to lay. I want the Indians' first 5 at like minus 110, and also the unders juiced at minus 120. I mean, if you can get minus 110 on that under, go for it. But I usually lay off totals at minus 120. I usually lay off totals because you have to hit that like 54% just to break even at minus 120. So, you know, I don't really think it's that profitable laying that kind of juice on a total long term. Yellowhammer likes the Mariners. I mean, I can't blame you for not trusting the Indians. I personally think the Indians have a better team than the Mariners, but the Indians definitely look shitty kind of lately. Adam, you're on Bauer over 7.5 Ks. That's actually an interesting bet. Let me see what the juice is on that. Plus 115? Oh, that is intriguing. Plus 115 on over 7.5 Ks for Bauer is interesting. No, it's a green bean, dude. I was grilling them. Wonder how long Jay's call is going to be. Okay, Nola got a strikeout. That's good. I need him to get out of this jam here in the top of the 4th. If Nola could pitch around this, that'd be really good. Because, I mean, not just because I bet on the Phillies today, but I really I think he needs to get out of this early season funk he's been in. You know, he hasn't really looked like himself. I think he's a Cy Young caliber pitcher, and he's looked like dog shit at the beginning of the year or so. And, of course, he just gives up a double that's going to score at least 1 run. That's unfortunate. Oh, score 2 runs. Even more unfortunate. Yep, Nola's looking terrible. The Bruins got a goal, so it's 3-2 now in that game.
Can you hear me?
No, I have never seen a player do that. Side 1 and 2. The only comp I can think
Hello?
of sometimes is minutes. Good one.
Oh, Ski Profits here.
You can't hear me, bro?
Let me come back in. I keep having issues with my computer when people come in on the chat. Nah, not on the Google thing. Let me get off and then come back in. It's on my side. I've been having issues with it on my computer for like a week.
And in the chat, let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay, for sure, for sure. Looks like I'm running the show for a couple seconds. What's going on, guys? I'm trying to pull up this Philly and Brooklyn game. Maybe I'll see if we can get some live bets going on there. And I have a bet on the Warriors and Clippers game. I'll just come in and hang out for a little bit, try to get some live plays, get a little couple extra winners. Any questions, feel free to shoot them. I'll answer as many questions as I can, as you guys ask. This Warriors game, real quick, I am on the Warriors in 4. I don't think you can still get that, but it's plus 120. Looks like we got Ant. Ant, can you hear me?
Yeah.
There we go.
I don't know what it is with my computer, but like when people hop on the call after I've hopped on, I always have to jump off and come back on. Otherwise, I can't hear them. I don't know why. It's an HP. So what do you expect?
I hear you on that. Yeah, I got an HP I'm working with right now, and I had some issues with it earlier, so I know all about that.
Yeah, it's bullshit. So we're on the under tonight.
Yeah, Warriors and Clippers. I want to say the last 3 times they played, Warriors have covered and it's went under. Give me 1 second. I'm just I don't know why I can't. I'm getting my notes together. But yeah, last 3 games they've covered and it's went under. Before that last game, they just lost by 17. The last 2 before that, they lost by average of 22 points. Just looking at those two teams together, Clippers don't have any way to stop the Warriors. Like they can't match up in any way. They put Patrick Beverly on Steph. Not that it's going to stop him, but KD will go off. Patrick Beverly on KD, it might slow him down a little bit. Steph will go off.
So
I'm not on.
I think that's a pretty good play because wouldn't covering the 13.5 also just correlate with an under? Because normally blowouts, are not going to go over 234.
I agree. I mean, the last game we saw that, right? They covered and it went under. And Clippers, they played to the under away. They're 25-17 to the under away. Warriors are 26-16 to the under at home. Like I said, the last 3 times they played, Warriors have covered, and all 3 have went under. Warriors have went under 10 of their last 12 home games. And I just look at it. I mean, the Warriors are still a team that plays defense. They're still a team that can lock you down. And besides, I mean, the entire starting lineup for the Clippers, I don't see points. Gilgeous-Alexander, Patrick Beverly, Shamet. If Shamet can get free and hit some threes, maybe. Gallinari, Zubac. It's nothing there. The points would have to come from Lou Will and Harrow on the bench, just like we saw the last game. And I just think that they'll have a way to stop that this game. I mean, last game went under as well. I'm thinking it's another game just like we saw the last 3, under 234.
No arguments here. Did you have any Did you look at any baseball today? Have you started capping baseball yet?
You know what? Now that we get like 2 games and start to look at it, I didn't look at it yet, but I will start to get into it. How the Dodgers been doing? I know it's Kershaw's pitching, right? I did look at that.
Yeah, I'm actually on them tonight. Oh, whoa! I wouldn't take them out. Holy shit! There's been some buyback. I just looked at the line. Yeah, the line opened,
right?
Yeah, the line opened at 180, and at that point, I thought, there might be some value on the Reds, and then it got steamed all the way down, and I wound up grabbing the Dodgers at minus 150 on the money line. But now it's back all the way back up to minus 180. So, yeesh. Yeah, it's all about price with baseball. So,
yeah, I agree. The value. I'm a value better for sure in baseball, and I mean I feel like everybody, or I saw a lot of people are fading Kershaw today. Why is that?
I don't know if it's necessarily a fade of Kershaw as much as Castillo on the Reds gets steamed a lot. Ever since last year, that dude just always takes money. So I would guess, with reports of Kershaw's velocity being down, it's his first start of the year, and the line opening so big. I mean, it's back to where it opened now, but with people getting plus 160, plus 165 on Castillo, it just came in and they took it. Like last night, like Castillo takes so much money. I didn't bet the game like last night because I knew you were going to see a huge line move. So once the line got down to minus 150, then I decided there was enough value to grab the Dodgers. And obviously a bunch of other people thought the same because the line got steamed right back up to minus 180. But no, that's a typical Castillo steam. He always gets steamed like that.
Got you. And I saw that Homer Bailey lost the last time out. What do you think? You think? So my friend hit me up. He was on it. He said, I forgot his exact words, but pretty much it said Homer Bailey was pitching a gym. He was pissed off. So do you think it continues?
No, Homer Bailey sucks. That's just variance, Edie's starting pitcher at some point, it just decides to throw a good game. But him throwing one good game doesn't mean he's good. But that did suck for me because I was on I didn't bet like the money lines or anything, but I had the over in that. Because I thought both pitchers were going to get lit up, and I thought both bullpens, or at least I thought the Royals bullpen would get lit up too. I was expecting a 7-5 kind of game, and it turned out to be 3-0. So that went completely the opposite way. So I lost some money on that one too. I think the whole gambling community lost money on that game because I guarantee you nobody was betting Homer Bailey in the under.
Yeah, I hear you on that. The game before, I saw like one contrarian play. One guy he backed Homer Bailey, but he lost the last. He didn't back him in the right game. Hey, I don't know if you
Homer Bailey against the hottest offense in the league. It was with the Mariners. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, they've been covering right so far. Like I haven't been paying too much attention, but I feel like they've been winning game in and game out.
No, the Mariners have sales. They're not.
No. Mm-mm. I know did they get Cano, right?
The Mariners? No, they traded him. The Mets got Cano now.
Oh, yeah. See, I have to catch up before I jump into baseball. I haven't even did my catching up yet. I just pay attention to kind of what's going on a little bit here and there, but I'll get back into it. I had a pretty good MLB season last year. I ended up like 22 and some change units, so I'll get back into it eventually. I'm looking to get to that in WNBA, like kind of like the same time. Do you have any?
Says Flipper completely jinxed his MLB the last 2 days. And Flipper says he's the cooler.
Yeah, he's taking pride. He said he also made Goji 0-3 in AHL. Hey, do you have any opinion on I think we talked about it a little bit last time, but I did make a play on an NBA future. Do you have an opinion who comes out of the Eastern Conference?
Let's see. Odds to win. Let me check it up. I know you said you liked the they're not giving me anything on the Eastern Conference, just the Western Conference. That's kind of weird.
You know what? Probably. Let's see who's playing tonight. Philly and Brooklyn. Maybe because they're already playing. Maybe. Yeah, that's why. Because they already started. So after the game, the odds should be back up. But I grabbed Celtics plus 420 on Sunday. I think we talked about it last
Phillies
time.
Tied it back up. Come on, Phillies. Yes. 5-5 now. Come on, Phillies.
There you go. Wrote it in.
Well, but, you got two aces throwing a garbage pile. It's 5-5 in the fourth inning with Syndergaard and Nola.
I like Nola. Nola's been pretty good. Was he good this year? Has he been good this year?
He's been terrible. He was like my number 2 for NL Cy Young last year, and he's been absolute grease fire this year.
And you know what I noticed about MLB? Like I told you, I started kind of betting maybe 3 years ago, but I just feel like in NBA or NFL, like players are consistently good. But in baseball, it's like they're good one year, and then next year they can be shitty. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me.
Yeah, that's where the capping comes in, where you get all those sabermetric guys who can like start predicting the regressions with the players and stuff. Because there's so much variance in baseball. You know, I mean, baseball is probably the highest variance of all the sports, especially with batted balls. I mean, there's a lot of variance with batted balls and things like that. So you kind of got to dig deeper and see where all that's going if you want to get ahead of the market.
I do take a look at those sabermetrics. Like, it's been a little while since I've been on it. I'm not like an expert, but once I get on my grind, like I do it day in and day out. I do remember looking at like weighted runs created plus, looking at all of that stuff, you know.
Yeah, WRC plus is pretty important. It's one of the most important stats. You know, xWOBA against, and then like with pitchers, you want to look at Sierra and BABIP and walk rates and things like that, and also hard contact metrics is kind of like what I really get into is how much hard contact they give up. Because pitch to contact guys tend to be undervalued in the betting market. So I want to look at like guys who are pitch to contact, who give up a lot of soft contact, because then you can get them at pretty good prices. Because those flashy strikeout dudes, you know, they're the ones who you're laying like minus 180 on. But you know, guys like Nola or Freeland or Kyle Hendricks, you know, you can get them at pretty cheap prices just because they don't get the respect. Although this year, Freeland, Hendricks have
Buehler too last year.
So. Huh?
Buehler too last year, I believe, for the Dodgers.
Yeah. I love Walker Buehler. He's I bet him to win the Cy Young this year, but you know, I think he's really good.
Most definitely. Really quick, on that Eastern Conference, I talked about it last time on here. I said that it was between them or the Bucks, and when I looked at the prices, I mean, the Celtics were, and the Celtics were plus 420, the Bucks were plus 150. I mean, at that point, you could have bet both and got some plus money either way if you feel both teams are going to win. But the odds for the Bucks, I think last I saw, were minus 105, and I just feel like the Celtics matchup, they can match up with anybody, and we've seen the Celtics do it already, even without Kyrie, without Hayward. We haven't seen the Bucks do it yet. So I'm rolling with the team I've seen do it before, team I think can turn it on, and we'll see how it turns out.
You think the Celtics will do you also think maybe it's just because Toronto always shits the bed in the playoffs?
Oh yeah, they weren't even an option for me. I mean, we just saw game one. Not that it's not expected. They're like 2-14 their last 16 game ones, but it's the same old Toronto. They can change a couple players here and there. They can change the coach. I mean, they didn't change the most important player they needed to get rid of, Kyle Lowry. So same old Raptors as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, so basically the Raptors are they'll give you 60 wins and then they give you shit.
Yep, pretty much. Just like the Sixers are great in the regular season, and then I mean they didn't look so great that first game because I mean Simmons was getting exposed. You got to have a jump shot. I mean the floor shrinks in the playoffs, and if you can't shoot, I mean it's gonna hurt your team.
Hey, what do you think right now? I'm looking at 60-55, and the live line's 8.5 in the Sixers and Nets.
That was the opening line. At this point, I would probably be looking to. I haven't really been watching the game. I watched like since I got on the show right now, and I thought that the Nets were making a little push. So if I'm betting this game live, if I like the Sixers, I'm taking the Sixers on that third quarter. If I like the Nets, I'm taking the Nets on the full game.
Oh, okay. So you just wait until the third quarter line comes out?
I would wait until halftime right now, yeah. I don't really like to bet with like a couple minutes left in the half because things just change so quickly in this last couple of minutes. I like to just let it go to the half, or if there's more time, I would look at it right now. It's only 2 minutes and 47 seconds left. Nets down Nets down 4.
Hogan in the chat's agreeing with you. This is the same old sorry ass Raptors.
Yeah, man. I had some people. I used to be in this group that talked about baseball, and I had some people in there that are very high on the Raptors last year. You know how good they looked. And I told them, man, watch when the playoffs come. It's gonna all go away. And sure enough, it did.
Yeah,
And B,
I piss people off every time I'm in a group that talks a lot about baseball because I tend to come off arrogant, and I think most people are idiots. So I just make people mad.
Maybe you know what you're talking about. Maybe they don't know.
Yeah. No, I know. Well, it's like when I look into the group and everyone's all like, Red Sox and Yankees run line, book it, let's fucking go. And I'm like, I don't know, guys.
I did hear you say you don't bet run lines, right? I think.
I never bet run lines, but it's not really because I don't think they don't have value. It's just I don't like the idea of betting on a team and then they win the game and I still lose my bet. You know
I
what
hear
I mean?
you on that.
Because in the grand scheme of things, a run line and the money line over the long run, value-wise, are the same thing. So if the money line, if there's no value on the money line, so say the money line is minus 200, but that's like juiced 50 cents too high and it should be minus 150, there's no value on the run line either. I mean, because the run line's just the same damn thing. It's just you're laying a run and a half. It's just what the juice would be if you lay a run and a half. So it's, if I say I like the money line on a game, then the run line has value too. I just personally don't like betting run lines. Sometimes if I don't really feel like laying minus 250 or something like that, I'll just do like a -1. Like I'll create a -1 line. That way, if they only win by 1 run, I at least push, which I can handle a push. But I can't fucking stand betting on a team and they win by 1 run and I lose my bet. That just pisses me off. So that's why I don't bet run lines. Same thing in hockey. I never bet puck lines. I fucking hate it when you have a team on a puck line and they're up like 3-2 and they just can't get an empty netter and you're cursing them. So the team won, but you lost your bet. It's just
that's the worst.
Yeah, so it's just, to me, it's just a personal preference. It's not that I don't think they have value. I just hate them.
All right, I'm back. Ski, what's up, brother?
Because especially like if you're like betting on a home team in baseball, because if you bet on a home team on the run line and say they're up 8-4 going into the top of the ninth and you're all hop skippity doo, I'm going to hit this run line, and then the team hits a 3-run home run and now it's 8-7. Now you're like, well, fuck. Now you want them to give up another run, so it goes to the bottom of the ninth at 8-8. And then you're hoping for a runner on base and a 2-run home run to like cover this run line. So you want like all kinds of crazy shit to happen to get your run line.
And can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, bro. He might not be able to hear you, but I can hear you.
I'm back, bro. So come back in.
Yeah, like I said, fucking HP. I'll hop back in.
Sorry, Ski.
Then I'll be able to hear you. I
had to take care of something with my daughter, but I'm so happy you came on, man. I saw on your Twitter timeline that you were on Golden State and the under. I missed the breakdown. Well, just give me a quick synopsis.
Well, as far just the total, I'll say Clippers on the road, they're 25-17 away. So they play, to the under. They're 25-17 to the under away. Warriors 26-16 to the under at home. The last 3 times these teams have played, Warriors covered. All 3 went under. Pace wise, they both like to play faster, but the Clippers they only have a couple people who can put the ball in the basket. Or if you watch, I don't know if you watched the last game, but the starting lineup wasn't doing too much of anything. It's all once the bench comes in, Lou Will and Harrell. And after seeing them for a full game and just abusing Cousins and whoever else was in the pick and roll, the Warriors are a good enough defensive team to adjust for that. And I'm going to have confidence in them playing defense. They're under 10 of the last 12 games at home. And there's just no threats for the Clippers. Warriors, they just have to get in and get out. They just have to win. Yeah. They don't necessarily have to win by margin. So I look for, if anything, a higher scoring first half, and then it cools down the second half, just like the first game.
Let me ask you a question. I could not believe last night I had 2 great bets, right? I bet the news came down that Blake Griffin wasn't going to play for Detroit. I bet I had who Milwaukee. I had Milwaukee wins by between 11 and 20 at plus 200, and I had Milwaukee wins by 21 to 30 at plus 350, right? And I figured worst case scenario, if I have to hedge, I'll just take something live to cover the 4 units because I had 2 units on the first and then 2 units on the second. And they blew the fucking doors off them, man. I had the option to take that Milwaukee wins by 31 plus, but I didn't know that they were going to beat Detroit by fucking 40. I mean, they murked them. Now, if Griffin doesn't play, do you expect the exact same thing to happen? Like I ended up breaking even because I hedged and I took I got my 4 units back on a live bet. But I don't know what the status is for Blake Griffin going forward in the series, but they had no offensive answer. It reminded me exactly of what you said about the Clippers, where the point's going to come from. Do you expect the exact same thing to happen with or without Griffin?
Detroit is even worse as far as where the points going to come from. And yeah, without Griffin, they for sure do not stand a chance. I put the Bucks to win in 4 games plus 180, and without Griffin, I feel like that's just even a given. I think it should be the same thing again. The next game, they don't have any way to stop the Bucks, no way to stop Giannis. They don't have. I don't see anybody putting up points. Drummond, he might. I don't even know if he's playing next game. So I think he's going to be a routing again. I bet the first half last game.
Right.
The Bucks, they're 8-3 against the spread. Their last 11 first half.
Oh, I saw that.
Detroit.
Yeah, I saw you were on that. Yeah.
Detroit's 3-11. So I think the advantage is on the first half, and I do think it's another routing for the full game.
Do we even know if he is supposed to be back in the next game?
I have to double check, but I think he might be suspended. I have to double check. I'm not 100% sure.
It looked like a rec league team playing against an NBA team. It wasn't bad.
That's what it is. I mean, they have an advantage if Griffin and Drummond play down low, but without Griffin and Drummond, or without Griffin, they don't have anything. I mean, season-long stats, offensive efficiency, defensive efficiency, rebound percentage. Bucks kill them every single category. We've seen the Bucks do it all year long, so I don't see why it stops now.
I heard you and Ant talking about how fugazi Toronto is in the playoffs, even if they have great regular seasons. So you expect the same thing to happen? You think Orlando's live tomorrow, or at least the spread?
He thinks Toronto's ass in the playoffs.
I mean, we're looking at a plus 410 money line on Orlando. Is that even in the cards? Can Toronto lose the game?
No, I'm not going to bet on that. I mean, they had the advantage more so in game 1 just because historically, I mean, the Raptors are terrible in game 1. I told Ant they're 2-14 in their last 16 game 1s. So, I mean, they got embarrassed. They shouldn't have lost that game. I think they'll come back and make a statement this game. I'm definitely not high on the Raptors in general, but I still think, I mean, they're going to win this series. I think next game, you'll see a better Raptors team.
What do you think about this Denver Spurs matchup? I've been high on Denver. Everybody's been high on Denver all year. They had an unbelievable regular season, even though, 75% of their wins came at home as opposed from on the road. But do you think the Spurs are live in this series, or Denver gets it done?
Yeah, I kind of screwed this one up. I did say that I liked the Spurs, and the reason I didn't hop on the Spurs series initially was because I thought that Denver was going to take the first game, and they just played so poor. They went 3 for 20 from 3-point, and it just continued to shoot them all game long. I mean, they will make runs, get back in the game, and then shoot about 3 or 4 3-pointers and mess up. And then at the end of the game, they had a chance to win, and it was just bonehead mistake, turnover, bash, or just missed an open shot and couldn't get it done. I do think Spurs win the series. Denver -7 tomorrow. I'm not really excited to lay the 7 against a Spurs team that I know can compete. And DeRozan always has his way with Denver. He shoots about 54% against them. I would lean on, if I'm taking Denver, it's going to be on the first half. I wouldn't touch the first quarter because I believe Denver's 0-5 their last 5 first quarters. And although they have the motivation here to come out strong, I think it'll be more so in the first half.
So you think Nuggets probably win the game, though, even though they might not cover the 7?
Correct. And if they do win the game, depending on the price I get for the Spurs, it was minus 120 now. It was plus 225 before the series. After the win, it's minus 120. If the Nuggets win the next game, I'm looking to hop on the Spurs plus money.
Right. The Trailblazers and Thunder was like the only good game we got yesterday because everybody killed. Even the Celtics beat the Pacers by 10 in a ridiculously low-scoring game for NBA standards. I know you're sky high on the Celtics to win the East. What do you think happens in Game 2 with the Trailblazers and Thunder?
That one is difficult for me. I mean, honestly, I wasn't expecting Cantor to play that good. I thought that without Nurkic, Thunder should take care of business. Paul George's shoulder is not feeling too well. I mean, he's having shoulder issues, but if Cantor continues to play like that, Portland definitely has a shot. And I definitely trust Portland more at home than away. So if anything, I'm not playing OKC to win the game. I would take OKC to win the series because I do think they can't lose this series. If they lose this series, the coach is gone. I mean, it's an extremely big disappointment without Portland having Nurkic and just the second year of Westbrook and Paul George. I can't see them really losing this series, even after losing that first game.
Right. All right. I know you are not feeling great, so I'll get you out of here on this. What surprised you, if anything, in the first 2 games of these series, or the first game of the series? Anything of any series? Period.
I wasn't surprised by Toronto losing. I would say I was surprised that Philly played that poor. I knew that Brooklyn was live, but I wasn't expecting Philly to be that poor. So I was surprised to see Brooklyn take care of business in that fashion. And I also was surprised to see Denver play that poor as well. I wasn't expecting that.
The halftime score is 76ers up 1 right now at the half. You expect 76ers to get the job done in the second half?
They're up 1.
Yeah.
I do. As far as like a second half line, I'm not sure what we will get, but I think the Sixers have to come out in
minus 5.
So 6 points.
Yeah, the second half line is minus 5. So
what's the second half money line? Yeah, you got a second half money line?
I would look more into the third quarter. If I'm back in the Sixers, I mean, they got to come out strong in that third quarter. It would have to be then for me because once the bench comes in, Brooklyn has the advantage. Brooklyn can battle back and get back into the game, just like you saw to end the second quarter. So I would lean on Sixers early or the third quarter if you like the Sixers.
All right, there it is. You guys heard it here first. Third quarter line is 76ers minus 2.5. So you would lean that for a second half play, if anything?
One more time, the number?
76ers minus 2.5.
Correct. That would be what I would be looking at. And this Corey H has a comment, Spurs shot lights out. Denver doesn't have enough shooting. Denver has shooting. It just they didn't shoot well that game. 3 for 20. You're not going to see that every night.
And they've been so good at home all year long. You have to expect that Denver really comes out and tries to make a statement.
And just from watching the game, like in the beginning of the game, it wasn't like the Denver didn't have any kind of fluency. Like they were just playing. It was just erratic. I didn't see any. They weren't running any plays. They were just doing like freestyle basketball. And then like in the second quarter, or I believe the third quarter, Jamal Murray started to get a little bit more comfortable. He was kind of getting whatever he wanted. I didn't see Jokic be aggressive, and I didn't like that. I mean, he was just kind of like another body out there, and that's supposed to be their star player. So I'm expecting a big game from those two people.
Yeah, I was high on Cantor, man, when the Knicks got him, but the Knicks fucked that all up. You know how the Knicks do. So, well, I appreciate it, man. We'll be checking back with you.
So
we'll be checking back with you all throughout the playoffs. Obviously, just let everybody know where they can find you.
Oh yeah, man! Find me on Twitter, @SkiProfit, and I should be back here hanging out with you guys tomorrow. So thanks for having me.
Awesome. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
There you have it. The one and only Ski Prophet. He's a fucking beast. He's an NBA beast. He's a juggernaut. Sorry about that I left. I had to deal with the situation. But I'm back, bitches. What's going on with scores, Ant? What are we looking at?
The Cubs, Marlins are at 5-2, so I need one more to guarantee a push. I need two more to get that over home. Apparently, the money lines was the stupid play in this Phillies Mets game because we all should have just taken the over because it's 5-5 in the bottom of the fifth.
Wow. So what do you think? You think we should hop on 76ers minus 2.5 in the third quarter?
I didn't get that line for some reason. Let me check again, see if I got it. Sometimes it takes a couple minutes for me to get.
I know.
Okay, my book's being cheap. They just finally gave me a money line for the game. My book's being real cheap. They won't give me a third quarter line yet.
Well, we tailed them on the under 234 in the Warriors game.
Yeah, I think that's a solid play. The Bruins are down 3-2, so we let's get a goal there, huh?
Yeah, that would be nice.
The Hurricanes. Hey, did you tell Eric on the Hurricanes against the Capitals? Because I did. So the Hurricanes.
No, I didn't. I didn't see that. I asked him too.
No, it was his series price.
Oh no.
Yeah, his series price. So I took that. So now I'm rooting for the Hurricanes to win this series. But yeah, the Brewers Cardinals are it's 6-3 now in that game. The Angels Rangers are tied at 4. So everybody who was betting on the Angels expect to fade Shelby Miller. I mean, I told you they were both shit cans and the game had no value.
Yeah, I agree.
There we go. It's 4-4 in the bottom of the fourth. Cahill versus Miller.
Raymond said, I'm just going to stay with Brooklyn full game. I mean, if you got them at 8.5 pre-game and you're only down 1, I would stick with that too. That seems like a no-brainer. What's up, Andrew? What's going on, buddy?
Andrew wants to know thoughts on the Cubs. Well, the Cubs game's already in the 6th inning. So I have the over 8. And right now we got 2 outs. Rizzo's at the plate and a runner on first. So hopefully
I think he meant thoughts on Warriors and Clips game. It says Cubs, but I think he meant Clippers.
We all tailed Ski on the under.
Yep, under 234. Oh, tomorrow's Cubs game.
Oh, tomorrow's Cubs game. Does it have a line yet?
I don't know.
I mean, they're playing the Marlins, so they should win.
I don't have a line.
I don't have a line yet for that either, but let me look it up and see. I mean, the Marlins are a bad team. Uh,
5-5, huh? Mets were up 3-0.
I could tell you right now, I'd probably go with the over again. Or, I mean, I don't know what. Oh, the juice. Oh, I got pre-lines here. I don't have lines available on my bookie, but I could see the Cubs look like they're like minus 145. I mean, that's not too bad. That's not terrible for the Cubs. I probably wouldn't mind the Cubs at minus 145. That over looks interesting too, but I have to look at it further. Yankees, Red Sox, that looks like it might be a barn burner. Paxton versus Sale tomorrow. I'd probably take the over 8.5 of that one. Sale looks terrible, and Paxton looks susceptible also. Paxton gets priced like an ace when he's not, so that's kind of like one of those weird things.
Do you have to think that Sale like has at least one showing where he's like Sale?
He did. He lost 1-0 against the Athletics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he gave up a solo home run in like the 2nd inning, and that was the only score in the entire game.
Jay, you should get Brooks on for hockey. Yeah, I mean, I would do it. I got one of other Twatty's guys on for hockey yesterday. He killed it. So if Brooks wants to come, I never see Brooks in our chat though. I don't even know if he's watched the show yet. So also, as a Detroit native, can I safely hammer against them across the board? Andrew is asking. Are you talking about the Tigers? Or are you talking about the Pistons?
Oh, I mean,
The fucking Pistons, man, looked literally like a high school basketball team last night against pros.
I don't know what you want to do with tomorrow on the Tigers game. Tomorrow with the Tigers game, I'd probably look under. If they drop an 8, I'd definitely look under on that Pirates game tomorrow. Pirates Tigers. I think you got Boyd and Musgrove, don't you?
I have no lines yet. He was talking about the Pistons anyway. Yeah, I'm looking to bet against the Pistons as much as I can for however long they're in the playoffs, because I'm probably going to bet the exact same thing I bet yesterday. Milwaukee wins by 11-20 and 21-30, and guarantee myself a couple units of profit as long as they don't get beat by 36 again. Maybe they could like slowly improve and lose by like 25. That would be great.
So you're saying maybe they can come back to the mean a little bit?
Yeah, like at least a little. That was incredible. I'm amazed watching that team that they made the playoffs. There was no scoring. I don't know where they get their scoring. Even if Blake Griffin comes back and shoots his average,
they Griffin out
by 18.
Oh, is Blake Griffin out?
Yeah, he was out yesterday. So I thought I had something. I bet 2 units on plus 250 and another 2 units on plus 350. So I would have made a couple units at least, but I had to
they lost like 36.
Exactly. So I had to bet 4 units on. No, I didn't. I cashed out early. I took $100 loss, and I bet 100 on Milwaukee money line. So I ended up finished dead even, but it was it should have been a spot where I picked up 3 to 4 units. But I didn't. I broke dead even.
But you didn't.
Okay. It'd be nice to see Boston get a goal the last 8 minutes of this game and get it to overtime.
28:07. Yeah, trying to count them.
Yeah, I like to see that. So I'm gonna have to hang it up for the night.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can get out of here early. We already.
You can stay on if you want. I just got to. I got to get up at 4 a.m. for work, and I gotta like get things ready before I go to bed. And it's already 8:30.
There's really no reason to. We already know what we're going to bet on the late game in the NBA, and I'm not betting anything on the last 2 NHL games. And I have 2 baseball players that I bet from Twatty, and that's it. So after an 8-hour marathon, we're going to call it an early night, and we'll see you guys back here tomorrow.
You're on 8 hours. Jesus.
8 hours. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Back after this.